boat we're having up is the orange boat, is Bricks from Holland. We have L1 from France, the defending world champ, light blue. Then we have first loser with the pirate flag. It's the Aussies, they are pirates sometimes. Then we have Lanois from France with the dark blue color. Have Vuk from Turkey, orange. SNPJ, look at the young magician from Italy. He's black. Then we have Asia with pink boat. And we have Willis the 7-1 from Italy with the white boat.
So just as in normal sailing, you've got the pre-start. They're trying to work out what the conditions are like out on the water. You can see that stripy little windsock on the screen, giving an idea of the direction. Also, top left corner of the screen, 3 windsocks showing you the wind direction, how it's changing, how it's shifting. 15 seconds to go. It's the usual sailing rules. You don't want to cross that line beforehand or you pick up a penalty.
And 2 penalties. Bricks and first loser got a penalty. That's a slowdown for 11 seconds. So let's see what happens.
So we are go in this 7th race of the Esailing World Championship Finals, and it's a good start from Velista 71, who's been consistently good here today. SMPJ Luca, the youngster from Italy, currently sitting in 2nd. We're racing 49ers, remember. It's going to be a fast race. It's a windward-leeward course, up, down, 2 laps.
And see the fleet, Alec. Most of the boats are going to the left-hand side. The 2 Italians are following each other. The reason why Velista 7-1 wasn't tacking to the middle is because he wants to control SNPJ Luca and pushing him a little bit more away from the wind. As in real sailing, you can see in the radar, if you have a good eye, you can see there's a dark area. And this dark area is where the most wind are. And right now, it's in the middle of the track, and we can see most of the skippers are going for the wind.
So SMPJ Luca out in front at the moment.
Oh, he's under attack across from Willis the 7-1, and he doesn't want to get a penalty in the 49er. That's why he tacked away straight away. But let's try to go to the opposite side. Let's see, that's L1, the defending world champ. Currently he's position 8, but we can't trust the server upwind, so everything can change when they're getting to the top mark we see in the top right corner.
Yeah, so for those watching this for the first time, that sort of light beaming down from heaven is the top mark they're aiming for. You've got the arrows helping the players understand which way round they've got to round that mark. Like in normal sailing, they're not allowed to touch the mark. They pick up a penalty if they do. So here we go, up to the top mark for the first time. Velista 71 takes that rounding ahead of SMPJ Luca of Italy, Havuk of Turkey in 3rd, and Bart Lambrechts, the 49er Olympic sailor from the Netherlands, is round in 4th.
And now it's getting interesting. The spinnaker is up there going downwind, and right now we can see they're like pearls on a string, but see that wind shadow. It's the 49er. The wind shadow in the game is 23 meters long, and they can capture each other in it. And when you're captured in a wind shadow, you will slow down around 1 knot from the attacking boat. So we're speaking about defending and attacking your position downwind. So let's see here, Havuk, he might be under attack in a few minutes. We have an attack up here. SNPJ Luca. He's too polite to his Italian friend Willis the 7-1 at the moment. He's not doing an attack, but they're racing down to the bottom gate mark.
And what you see very clearly when you're following this game is the personalities of the players. Some are very aggressive, some play quite defensively, some try and stay out of trouble. Certainly earlier on today we saw Bart Lambrechts basically cruise to a couple of victories just by staying out of the main fight. So they've taken opposite marks, the fleet sort of divided on which way to go.
We can see L1 and first loser taking chance to go to the left-hand side, see if they can catch some wind, but watch that radar. It's quite clear now. In the right-hand side, there's a very dark area. That's very windy in this side where the most of the fleet are. In the left-hand side and the middle, the wind is almost gone. See that speed, 11.1 in speed.
Our overall leader at the moment sitting in 5th, Azair of France.
And when we're watching it here, we can see L1 fighting his way up to position 6 now. So he's 2 position up. Le Manoir is under pressure. He's position 7, first loser. He's also have a fight. We have 4 boats fighting for the last positions. Asia, Le Manoir, L1, first loser. But in the lead, up here, we can see Willis is 7-1. We can see S&P Gianluca, Havuk and Bartlett Briggs fighting for the 4 positions.
Yeah. Well, the 2 boats that started this race at the bottom of the leaderboard, La Mer Noire and L1, the boats that have got to work their way up through the leaderboard to have any hope of making the medal race. But right now, Velista 71 still in control of this race. S&P Gianluca in second, so no changes to the top 4 since the last mark.
And there we saw a penalty to Bartlett Briggs. That could be very costly. He hit the mark. Nobody attacked him. So he has to slow down for 11 seconds and see what happens here when we go to him. He's getting transparent, losing 2 positions straight away. So now he's in 6th instead of being in 4th. First loser coming up in 4th now.
Yeah. So the boats taking penalties go translucent on the screen. They're slowed down automatically before being released again. But now it's the race to the finish. 4 minutes and 50 seconds into this race, and you've got to say Velista looks like he's got it in the bag. In fact, the top 3 are all looking pretty safe.
What we're going to see here, the most interesting fight is between first loser Azir, Bartlett Briggs, and sneaking in La Mer Noire. They're coming in here, see how they're fighting each other. The 3 first boats are keeping first, second, and third. It's a win for Velista 7-1. S&P Gianluca in second, Havuk in third. But see how close they are fighting each other here. It's all about see if you can penalize the other boat. Bartlett Briggs tacking away because La Mer Noire is coming in from behind and attacking. It's all open right now. And
for La Mer Noire, it is vital. Every position he can gain is going to make a difference to whether he makes this medal race or not. As there is across Bartlett Briggs, La Mer Noire in 7th, and L1 crosses at the back of the fleet. And I think that is the end of our world champion.
And when we're watching this scoreboard of this race, if we can have the scoreboard up again, we can see Velista 7-1 from Italy with a win. What a great win from him. We have S&P Gianluca in second, Havuk in third, first loser in 4th, Azir in 5th, Bartlett Briggs 6th, La Mer Noire in 7th, and L1, the defending world champ, in position 8.
Well, you could tell going into this race that the pressure was on. The bottom 2, remember, were always going to be eliminated. So it was no room to get things wrong. And the pressure was really on with first loser here picking up a penalty. But everyone having a bit of a stuttering start.
Both Bartlett Briggs and first loser getting a penalty just before start. But the most interesting thing is here, La Mer Noire getting a false start in that situation here, so he has to turn back again. And when we're coming over the starting line, we're seeing L1 getting a penalty by La Mer Noire because none of them has crossed the finish line.
So La Mer Noire and L1 really couldn't afford to have a bad start, but that's how it turned out for them. Unforced error for the Dutchman that cost him dear as he came up to this mark.
Yeah, losing 2 position in an 11-second slowdown in the 49er. So a really unforced mistake and not the best one for Bartlett Briggs.
Now the young Frenchman Azir did a really good job of defending his position here against Bartlett Briggs. Look at this.
It's the fight for the last points. If Bartlett Briggs is winning this one, he's getting a better position in the scoreboard. And Azir, he can take in points on him and see they're defending and fighting each other. But Azir managed to keep in front of Bartlett Briggs all the time and keeping away from the inside of himself.
And Azir getting across the line ahead of the Dutchman.
And that was the end of L1 and La Mer Noire. They are kicked out of this race.
Yeah.
They're knocked out. Thank you for participating in the World Championship 2019 in Bermuda.